So basically, growing up, my family had plenty of issues, and I ended up under the guardianship of my grandparents. So I'm staying with my grandparents through most of high school and all that kind of stuff, and it was insane. And when I was growing up, I had a lot of issues with my grandmother because I felt, me and plenty of other people felt that she favorited my cousin, who was also under their guardianship. And so like I had a lot of hard feelings that I never completely got over, but as I got through high school and like I was actually under her care, it kind of started going away. I had more responsibility. Like I felt like I was respected more. Like they realized who I really was. Like they just always thought, oh, she's fine, she's just quiet. Like they finally started understanding who I really was and all the different signs. So like I was just getting over that when I was finishing up high school and we were getting closer. I'd make her bagels and just lots of nice, happy, joy things. And I had a lot of hard times in school too, where I was barely passing. I was stressing about college. Where am I going? I found one college I really liked, University of New Haven. And I was like, yeah, that's where I'm going. I'm gonna act and I'm gonna become a great star. And my family was like, yeah, okay, Caitlin, yeah. So, I mean, I felt really excited. Then I couldn't afford the school, so I got really depressed and I was really down. But like my grandparents were still there for me. They eased my mind. I decided to go to community college. And so there was that. I finally graduated. It was a happy day, more for them than for me, because I was like, oh, finally I'm done with this. And they're like, yay, Caitlin, you made it through everything and all that kind of stuff. So that was nice. And then just before I started college, my grandmother had to go to the hospital because she'd been like having these cold symptoms and like she'd been sick for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. And my grandfather was finally like, you have to go to the hospital. And it just went downhill immediately as soon as she got there. She ended up having a stroke. She was basically unconscious. I didn't see her that whole week. And, let's see. Well, there was that, and then it came out that she had cancer. So that was, I mean, it was hard. And that was just, like, this is all in the span of one single week. And then one day, we got a call from my grandfather saying, oh, you guys have to come to the hospital. And so I'm with my cousin and my aunt, and like, my cousin's freaking out. And like I've taken on the role already where I have to I can't cry, I have to stay strong, and I'm like, yeah, everything's fine, I'm sure it's nothing. And we got there and it was, no, this is these are the last few moments. So I walked into the room, she was still she was not regaining consciousness. So I just broke down, I sobbed, I couldn't even, I got in the room and I was done. So I sobbed. My cousin was actually better. She was more composed than I was. I couldn't stand. I got led back to a grievance room in the hospital. So I ended up there. I sobbed more. I continued sobbing. We left the grievance room. We had to go back to the other waiting room, and I continued sobbing. Me and my grandfather were always closer, so I still had him, and I mean, he was pretty broken down about it, so he still has me, and that's worked out, luckily. It just it stunk, because she'd seen my cousin through college, and it was just I'm just about to start this leg of my journey, and it's already at the bottom of the hill. So it's just somehow I have to do well in college after this, and get somewhere, and it was it's just never ending.